You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those words! Fucking
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 255. I'm your host, Doc Martin, and joining me all the way from the East Coast, it's
a guy who dresses up like wrestlers and goes to wrestling shows.
You do, and then get, like, McDonald's retweets you and, like, everything else. Does that guy normally keep his hands in his pockets as he wrestles? Is that what his gimmick is?
You sound like Jim Cornette. Yes, he takes them out eventually.
Oh, okay, because I saw him like do a dive into a couple guys, and then keep his hands in his pockets and roll back in, and then he nipped up with his hands in his pockets. All right, who is that guy?
Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy. That's who you cosplayed as at was it PWG?
Yes, PWG Bola Nay 2.
Yes. And he does not sit in the back row. No, he pays for front row seats only.
Well, I think the first two nights I paid for front row, and then the last night I played for regular row, but nobody was sitting in front of me in the front row, and I took their seat.
So made it work.
It worked out.
And then my weekend was at Louder Than Life here in Louisville, Kentucky, and got to see a bunch of bands that I've not seen live, like Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, who came right up on us. The funny thing is when he came, like, we were in VIP, and there's a gate where you can lean against, and that's where all the people who moshed, or not moshed, but went crowd surfing would get filtered through us. And so when he came out and was doing Beautiful People, he like climbed up like right where we were at, and Stacy turns to me, and as soon as he got up to us, we just got flooded with people slamming us up against the gate. And she was like, take a picture. And my hands were just pinned to the side of the gate. And I was like, there is no way I can get even to my pocket. I am stuck right here. So we had to ask a guy who was right in front of us to send his video of Marilyn Manson, who seemed a little intoxicated, and then didn't do the song that he and Rob Zombie have together, which they're touring with, that Helter Skelter song. So Rob had to do it. And it was in the mid-90s. All weekend long. AEW.
Apologies to our listeners, but yes, I'm doing double duty right now.
All right. Well, on today's show, big news about Spider-Man. Todd McFarlane breaks a Guinness record and the future of Stranger Things. But I don't think Billy will be included with that.
Why you gotta bring back old wounds, Doc?
Don't think he's coming back. Hopper may be coming back. I don't think Billy is.
Yeah, Hopper's definitely coming back because he's like stuck in the fucking...
But how did he get to Russia?
Well, the theory is that portal that they opened up led to Russia.
Oh, okay.
So
like
that's what
wormhole.
made sense. Because I thought when they were like at the end, they were like, "Oh, bring out the American." And all this other stuff. I was like, oh, they're probably talking about that weirdo fucking conspiracy theorist guy.
Now, if Barb shows up, I'm losing my mind and turning the TV off instantly.
I'll start fucking you. I'll jerk it.
I was just like, no.
I love me some Barb.
Barb lasted 2.5 episodes.
She was so
and
hot.
They gave no fucks about her in the season 2. What do you mean, Barb? She's gone. Who cares?
I love Barb.
Why don't you tell her she's dead? No, we're just going to have KFC chicken. That'll be fine. All right. Well, UPS delivery drones are on the way after FAA certifications. Right now, what they'll be doing is flying Medicare, medical devices, healthcare places. I think Raleigh, North Carolina is where they're going to start the test out.
What'd you just say?
Raleigh.
There you go.
Don't correct me on my bad pronunciation. How do you say Mario?
Mario.
That's right. It's Mario. Because he says, it's me, Mario. He doesn't say, it's me, Mario. Or however you pronounce it. You pronounce it wrong.
I'm from New York. We say it different.
Yeah, but you should say it as Mario says it. He doesn't. How do you say it?
Mario.
No, that's not how you say it.
Mario.
No. All right, never mind. He's not going to play into this. Never mind.
It's me, Mario.
No. UPS plans to expand the drone deliveries to hospitals and medical campuses around the U.S. and then work on other special commodities and other regulated goods to see how well it goes. So, and they're allowed to run at night. So if you live around those areas, you may be hearing drones all night long. But I don't think there'd be that much stuff that would need to be transported from UPS to there, right?
Like you said, medical stuff, right?
I know. I mean, we're probably going to be close to getting in a world where you open up the door and all you hear is it's the drones.
That's the sound of a bullet. That's the sound of the machine killing you right before you open.
That's true. Well, they got the new robots that do parkour. I think Kennedy
That's
said
not really parkour. That's like we're gonna put these obstacles that they're designed to get over.
To climb over.
Did you see the ones where it's like they beat up the robot?
No, why did they beat up the robot?
They're trying to like distract it from doing its goal. So like the robot was going on this ascending like blocks.
Yeah.
And like the guys were just throwing fucking dodgeballs and hitting it with sticks. And somebody put under the caption, "This is how the fucking Skynet gets started."
Robot uprising occurs because we've been beating them with sticks.
Yeah, like and I'm like, I can see like a robot with self-awareness is like, I'm getting tired of this shit.
Well, I mean, and if you think about it, what will our world die of first? Will it be climate control or the uprising of the robots?
I would say climate change.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think
then again, I asked somebody. I was like, when the little girl was like, "We are dying of climate change."
How dare you?
And how dare you?
How dare
I said,
you?
Has anybody died of climate change?
I would I would assume like if you got hit by, I mean, the Titanic, it died, right? Because they hit an iceberg.
Yeah, but that's not climate change. Like, when did the climate change to the point that somebody was like, "Fuck, it killed me"? I literally wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just like, well, I was a dick when she was like, because people need to do this and that. It is my dream. And I was like, you're 16 years old.
Well, what happens if someone died of overheating, and it's not supposed to be that hot during a certain part of time, and because of climate change, it's is that attributed to us like destroying the environment? With it being hotter than usual? Yes.
Not necessarily.
I mean, it's also that person not taking care of themselves and making
like
sure
if
they're
a fucking
hydrated.
70-something-year-old person dies because they're in a 110 fucking degree apartment,
which is still too cold for them. Is your grandma like that? Like, is she like, it's like she's got to have the temperature up?
No, like if it's hot, she'll put like the fan on. Like it's DEFCON 4. It's like she has to put the AC on.
Oh, so she does not like it cold in the place.
She does like it cold when it's hot, but like she'll like it really, really has to be hot
before she'll turn the AC on.
Yeah, and I tell her, like, I pay the light bill, so
is that more that she's worried about the money than anything?
Yeah, she's more worried about the money.
She's not one of those old people that are just like, I am cold. And you're like, it's 90 degrees in here. I don't care. I'm cold.
No, she's not like that.
Okay.
But back to that whole climate change thing. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it. I'm just saying, I don't know everything. I don't know a lot. I don't say I do. But when a 16-year-old's complaining about climate change and doing all this shit, my main thing is, where are the adults who are in charge of this? Why ain't the ones talking about it?
Because the adults don't care. And then, have you got China under control? Because they seem to be one of the biggest polluters in our world. But until you correct that problem, I don't think it's going to matter. We're all going to die anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It was a good run.
Yeah,
we can't hold on. Dinosaurs held out a lot longer than we did. All right.
And they got taken out by a meteorite.
Fucking meteorite had come down and like, your dime's done. Bosch will use tiny explosions to make their EV safer in crashes. So if you've got an electric vehicle, apparently one of the biggest risks if they crash is the battery dripping into the metal wires and sparking a fire.
This doesn't sound good.
So now the batteries, if they will explode. Which doesn't. Electric vehicles automatically turn off when a crash is detected, but it will go a step further by exploding the device and cut off the high voltage battery. No, it doesn't sound right, does it?
No, that doesn't sound right at all. I don't know what product where they tell you, listen, this is going to explode is worth buying.
The use of explosions may sound dramatic, but these pyrotechnics are small and they'll likely go unnoticed. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know what thing explodes.
They said
unnoticed.
similar explosions are often used to trigger airbags. So, yeah, just
don't airbags kind of kill people sometimes instead of saving them?
Yeah, they do, depending on how close you're sitting to them and the velocity, or if they do go off, yes. So, yeah, your car's battery could be exploding if you have an electric car. In doll news, because we love to talk about doll news.
Not really.
Mattel just launched their gender-inclusive doll line. So all those families that've got kids that don't know what they are can it's true, it's what it is. Like
I know.
it's called Creatable World. It allows customization of hair, clothes, and accessories, creating a toy that isn't dedicated by their gender norms.
So it looks kind of plain, I guess?
Well, it's got different styles of hairs, but it looks like I guess, you know how little boys and girls look about the same with the same type of haircut.
Short hair.
Yeah, it's the face has no major features, and then the clothing is like hoodies and other things. So if you
is that like the non-binary or gender fluid?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's that's
hoodie?
Yes. Well, I guess so.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Look,
I guess I've been wearing that for years now.
that's right. Yeah. The line will consist of 6 different doll kits, retailing for only $44,
Oh shit!
and available in a variety of skin tones. I have a question for you, Joshua. I was at
I have an answer for you.
I was at a local Walmart. I noticed that in the toy section for clearance toys, there's a lot of certain colored toys that are clearance. Now, does this go?
When you say colored, do you mean minority?
I'm not saying a minority. I'm just saying non-white. I wonder in like other areas of Walmarts that may have a larger demographic of another color, non-white. Is it the white version that are on clearance, or is this just a thing that happens everywhere?
Well, I don't know because I don't have a Walmart. I would assume maybe those minority colored non-white toys weren't selling as fast.
Like, have you ever gone to like a clearance aisle on like a Walmart or Target, and you'll notice it's like, I don't know if it's just the area that I was at, but it seemed like there was a lot of little black dolls there.
Nah, I honestly I've never noticed that there are docs. So
It was like Cyborg and what else was the figure? No.
nobody likes Cyborg anyway. Nobody wants to hear booyah.
Somebody liked Cyborg. I liked him on Doom Patrol. I felt he was a good character.
Ah, that kid did a great job.
Yeah.
I just wish they gave him better makeup.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It wasn't was it as bad as Justice League?
Nah, because that was on CGI and it kind of looked like it, but like at certain points you can tell like he was bending over. You see it crinkling it up.
Oh.
It was really bad. Like it literally looked like the costume version that they sold in the stores.
How close are you to your mic right now? Because you're eating it up.
What am I eating up?
There you go. There you go.
It's not in my ear that much. That's why.
Okay. You better now?
Yeah, I'm better. I just
It still sounds like you're. It's, I don't know. Oh well, we'll keep moving. Maybe the mic will fix it.
Keep moving.
I mean, it's not like how Kennedy's mic usually is like. Gotta watch a baby.
Are we going to the movies? Are we going to talk about that movie and that movie's director?
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but coming out this week is what they call the Oscar Best Movie Ever for anything ever in the world ever. It's the Joker movie that they're saying.
No, it's a real movie disguised as a comic book movie.
Not connected to the normal, any of the movies in the DC extended universe, just kind of a Elseworld, I would say, with no Batman connected. It's supposed to be set in like the 70s, kind of like Taxi Driver, or what was the comedian one? Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Both starring Robert De Niro. Oh, King of Comedy. About a person that's just dealing with life and not going well, and just starts to start a riot, I guess, right?
I guess. I don't fucking know.
But if you're in New York and you're out there watching a movie, you may have an undercover cop sitting next to you to make sure you don't pull out a gun and shoot a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Are you actually worried about it or not?
No, I'm not concerned, because it's like those type of incidents happen because there are certain people that take things the wrong way. But I don't think, how are you gonna fucking how do you expect that to happen? Like, how do you pinpoint it's gonna happen? Like,
can't.
The individual that did it in the Batman movie, was it? That was one thing that was getting me. Was it the Dark Knight movie? Or
it was. It was Dark Knight.
The third one.
No, that was the Dark Knight.
It was the Dark Knight. I don't remember. But the thing is, though, they were like, one of the biggest rumors was, the guy did it while he was pretending to be the Joker, and that got busted. I was like, no, he wasn't trying to be the Joker. He was just because he was crazy.
Yeah. And he had a bad hair dye.
Yeah.
And it's not like he had the makeup on or anything like that.
Yeah. So it's like, in this situation, it's like they're taking that situation and they're like fucking saying, it's going to happen again because someone's going to be inspired to fucking shoot up a fucking movie theater of people watching a movie about a guy who went crazy because he was having a bad day. It's like fucking stupid.
Well, apparently people are very scared, so even the FBI has sent out to their agents that if somebody shows up with a gun, they need to first run or find a place to hide. Or if they can't find a place to hide, they need to use whatever means necessary. So, hopefully there won't be any shootings. But do you feel like people are hoping that there's a shooting? I don't
think people are hoping it, but I think there's going to be people that are going to be like, yeah, we saw this coming.
Yeah.
But it's just stupid to think that. I mean, in this day and age, yes, people, do stupid, crazy things, and, we can't really fucking stop it. Like, yeah, we could try to control guns and stuff like that, but people are still going to find a way to do something fucked up.
Yeah, they'll just, in China, they'll just start stabbing people.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you just don't know what the fuck is going to happen. But, this movie's just getting the wrong type of press, and Todd Phillips is just like, I'm so sick and tired of it.
Do you feel like it's going to make over 100 million worldwide first weekend?
I don't think it's going to make 100.
They're talking like 70 million, out the gate. And
I
think that's
80 million domestic.
I mean, it's an R rating, so you're already cutting out a lot, and I bet they're going to have checking ID because they're worried about
showgirls.
Do what?
This ain't showgirls.
But it's an R rating for very graphic violence.
I don't think so.
And I guess
I think it's gonna make money. It's gonna get the buzz. But I think when it comes out and actual people watch it, not critics, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, this movie sucks."
That's what I think. I know one person that's gonna be excited.
One person told me, that the last 15 minutes of the movie are gonna be really good, and I'm like, "What the fuck? What's gonna happen in the last 15 minutes of that movie that makes me go, oh my god?"
Has there ever been a movie where you like the last 15 minutes? You're like, I'm sold. This is the best movie ever.
It didn't make me say it was the best movie ever, but the last 20 minutes of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood made me go, oh my god, that just saved everything.
It's still a good movie, but it goes off the rails at that last 15, 20 minutes.
That's what saved the movie for me. It's not like I hated the movie, but I was just like, yeah. This was the greatest thing ever. Him throwing the can in the girl's face made me laugh hard. I don't know why. But I'm gonna go see it, and I'm just gonna try to keep an open mind, but I feel like I'm just gonna hate it. Because everything that it's supposed to be about it's not what it's gonna be about.
No.
Right? Like the Joker's such an iconic villain that if you can't do him right, and I feel like DC is fucked up. After Nicholson and Hamill, they really fucked that character up. I mean, Ledger, too. Ledger did a good job with him.
Ledger did a really good job.
But still, just these last two incarnations have just not been really good.
Jared Leto. Oh, that's...
Somebody posted something on my Facebook where they showed it spelled out Joker with some of their names.
Except for you.
Like Hamill, and they left out Leto, and it was like, oh, what a slap in the face of Jared Leto. You could tell he didn't do a good job, and I'm just like... Yeah. They didn't even put him in that fucking movie. I was like, yeah, we don't need you for Suicide Squad 2 and fucking Harley Quinn.
Speaking of Harley Quinn, there's a movie called Birds of Prey coming out.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell.
That's not the full title. Say the full title.
And the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Now, when I think of a Birds of Prey movie, Harley Quinn comes very, very low on that list of who I expect to be the major standout character of a Birds of Prey movie. I think majority of the people that are super excited for this movie are, one, Harley Quinn fans, two, non-comic book fans, because why would you be? Like, I would be excited about a Birds of Prey movie, but you've just shoved Harley Quinn. Like, it's like Suicide Squad all over again. We're just going to shove it down your throat because they think that's what you want. And they're working towards an R rating in this movie, too. I guess.
Why?
Why? I don't know. Justice Smollett's sister's in it, too.
You say Smollett?
Yeah, Juicy Smollett, yes.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think they're just trying to like you said, they're shoving it down our throats, and they're trying to make it this great movie.
How do you call it a Birds of Prey movie? And it's
I don't even think you could get that thing over though, right?
You can't. No.
And my thing is too is like whoever was in charge of the DC universe and decided to do all these things were like, this is the plan we wanted to do, and then they got scrapped. So they were like, oh, we're going to restart these things. We're going to restart those things. But we're going to keep this fucking Suicide Squad type crew together and Harley Quinn. And we're going to see where it goes. And it's not going to go very far.
No, I don't think so either. First of all, it's coming out in February. February is a throwaway date for movies. That means we don't expect much.
Not really.
For like who? Deadpool, the first Deadpool did well, but I don't think they didn't know how that was going to be taken.
No,
either.
because it's February. If it comes out within the same week of Valentine's Day, and they're banking on girlfriends saying to their boyfriends, let's go see this movie.
It's a superhero movie. We should go see it. It's got Harley Quinn.
It's got the girl, and she's trying to break up with the Joker.
It's got a Black Canary in there.
Oh, yeah, right. That is a Black Canary.
It is. They, somebody took it literally and like, hey, oh, she's white in the comics. Let's just mix it up.
We're gonna give you a Black Jim Gordon.
Yeah, are we doing that too?
Huh?
Are we doing that too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, let's give us a Black Jim Gordon as well.
What movie is that where they're talking about that?
What movie?
Yeah, aren't they doing a?
Yeah, the Batman.
Oh yeah, the new Batman. Yes. And now apparently, what's his name said he is going to. He wants more money than anybody else. Jonah Hill.
He's gonna want more money.
They saying that Jonah Hill wants more money than
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson, I guess. And like, do you feel like they're setting him up to be the Penguin, or is there another iconic character he could play?
Who the fuck else can that man play?
Could he be,
like even if he was skinny Jonah Hill, which he's not, he has the face of a fucking penguin. He looks like a bird.
Could he do Clayface maybe?
No, because Clayface needs to be like a really good fucking actor, and two, Clayface is probably going to be 100% CGI.
Well, you don't have to do 100%.
Yeah, you do, because like half the time it's going to be someone who's like...
Could be Mysterio and actually appear in a mod cap outfit the whole movie.
Nah, no. They don't get me started on that, because that was just a waste of fucking time.
Did you see the new trailer for the Harley Quinn movie, the Birds of Prey movie?
I did, and I was just like, I was never, like I told you in the message, I was like, I'm not sold on her as being fucking Harley Quinn. The way she did Harley Quinn was bad. Even the way she says Mr. J doesn't even fucking sound like Harley Quinn.
No. And could you identify any of the main characters in there if you didn't know who they were?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if you watched...
I'm sitting there, I don't even know who the Asian chick is.
The Asian chick is supposed to be if I'm not mistaken, she's supposed to be Cassandra Cain.
What?
She's supposed to be that other bad girl.
What?
The The one that has the mask, but it doesn't have a face or anything like that. It's just a black mask.
Okay.
I think that's who she is.
Oh.
The other girl is supposed to be Huntress, the one that was
Mary Elizabeth
there you go.
She doesn't look like Flowers. She doesn't look like Huntress at all.
No, she doesn't.
She's just like, hey, I'm on a motorcycle and I'm cool.
And I guess Jessie Smoulet's sister is
Black Canary.
Black Canary.
Yep.
Which is hilarious.
Yep.
Also, I watched it. Because I watched it yesterday. I was like, is that Rosie Perez?
It is.
And it's at the end of the credits is like Rosie Perez. And I was like, is Rosie Perez going to be Montoya?
Yeah, she is. She is.
So they got a really, really, really old Hispanic actress to play a character who's not really, really old.
Yep.
Well, that's just sad.
Because that's going to bring them in. That's going to bring in the big bucks is Rosie Perez.
I feel like 90% of the people that watched that trailer went the same way as I did. Like, wait a minute, is that Rosie Perez? And they're gonna say, "Damn, the last movie I saw her was Pineapple Express."
White Man Can't Jump.
No.
She was in Pineapple Express.
In Pineapple Express, it was kind of like, oh shit, it's Rosie Perez. And I don't think she was in the trailer for the movie.
Oh no, I don't think so either.
So that should be interesting.
Yeah, that's why I think had to shove down Harley Quinn. They were just like, we can't make this movie with any, even Ewan McGregor, which everybody's like, oh, it's Ewan McGregor. I was like, it's not Obi-Wan, you fucking nerds. It's Black Mask, and there's nothing masky about him.
They didn't even show him with the Black Mask.
I think it's coming at the end as a way to like set it up. I don't know. No, they'll just kill him off like they do every DC character villain, and Marvel does it too. Speaking of Marvel, I guess them and Sony made up.
Thank you, Tom Holland. Tom Holland was like, as long as this deal's still going, I'm still alive.
That's true. He will actually then again make a third Spider-Man movie.
With him being in another MCU movie.
That's correct. And Kevin Feige? I still never know how to pronounce his name.
I think it's Fiji.
Fiji? No, I don't think Fiji is it.
I think that's how they pronounce it.
He will be, again, spearheading it and making sure Amy Pascal does not screw it up any more than she can, because she is just really good. She's like, hey, let's make an Aunt May movie. Fuck you, Amy.
What?
Yeah, I don't
Why?
know. That was one of the things before that Marvel Sony deal went through, is they were working on their Spider-Man universe and they wanted to do an Aunt May movie.
As what? What could be so interesting about an Aunt May movie?
I don't know, but they wanted to do it. They were digging the bottom of the barrel, and they were like, maybe we could do an Aunt May movie. And this is before we got hot Aunt May. This was like old granny Aunt May. Well, I mean, like what was her name? Gidget, Sally Fields. I couldn't see Sally Fields as another Aunt May exclusive movie.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, so we're gonna get. I don't think we've talked about Far From Home, have we?
What?
The movie Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that shit. I hate that movie.
It was. I hear people like, "Oh, it was so awesome." I was like, "Was it though?" Because
no,
I don't need that big exposition in the middle of the movie to explain. Like, and this guy, he was working for Tony, and he like pissed on him, and this guy Tony raped his mom, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
You're taking it too dark there.
Okay, all right. He kissed his mom. It
was a stupid fucking like premise, and I feel like the people who wrote this movie they asked the higher ups, "What villains don't you care about?" And they were like, "Give us some names." Mysterio, yeah, that sounds stupid. You could use him, but make it interesting and making sure that it's connected to Tony in some way.
Yes.
And I just go, oh God.
What are we gonna do about the special effects? Don't worry about special effects. We'll have him in a mod cap suit half the movie, so it looks cool.
Which I think was a slap in the face of people that like that's just lazy writing.
Yeah.
Like this suit that we made real is not real in the movie. It's fake.
Like, why would you have a mod cap suit? Like, you could make that suit still be mod cap, right? Because it was, most of the time, it was the drones that were creating the... And I don't know how those drones can just make up, like, 3D realistic and just like, I don't know about this. And these, and nobody had issues with these kids. Like, now we're going here. Okay. Because somebody doesn't, like, you don't... You just wouldn't be transferring kids to different parts of Europe, like, on a whim. Like,
no, it's not even that. It's we're getting free shit from anonymous people.
Oh, I know. And I think the biggest middle finger about that movie is at the end where you're like, oh, it wasn't Fury, it was the Skrulls. Thank you, Sony.
Like I said, Marvel was telling Sony, yeah, this is what. You know what? If I was Sony, I'd be like, you know what? Make this piece of shit. We don't want to be fucking like responsible for any of this anymore.
And sadly, it made way more money than Into the Spider-Verse, which is a better movie all around. But
beautifully written, beautifully acted.
But the problem with that is you've got a lot of people who will not go see Into the Spider-Verse because it's animated, and I think that's really just criminal. That people just assume that if it's animated, it's a kid's flick, and there's been way too many movies out there that prove that is incorrect.
Shake my head.
Well, if Kevin Feige wasn't busy enough, he's now developing a Star Wars movie for Lucasfilms.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to keep away the people that ruined Star Wars this time around.
Has it really been ruined yet?
I mean, with that atrocity that was fucking... The Last Jedi, or whatever the fuck it was called.
But we don't know if, like, the next movie will redeem all of it. What if it redeems everything? They're still throwing Rose down our throat, so I don't think it will. What's your job? I'm just here to keep people out of those little ships, and I'm going to just electrocute you, but then I'm going to follow you because I worship you. And then when you're actually going to stop and put an end to this fight, I'm going to hit you with my vehicle because I love you, and I'm Rose.
That's the Asian chick, right?
Yeah, because I didn't do an Asian accent. Is that why you couldn't figure it out?
I don't know.
Which I feel like, did you watch Saturday Night Live? I feel like they hired the Asian guy just so he could do bad Asian accents, and they're like, it's an Asian guy. He's making fun of Asian people.
I think, in all honesty, I felt like they were like, we want to have a chance here, right? Like, we're going to hire an Asian writer for two reasons. Number one, so we can have someone impersonate Kim Jong-il.
Yes.
Two, just in the likelihood, Andrew Yang is elected president.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. That makes sense.
Or just given a fucking position of power.
Yep.
We have someone that could pretend to be him. And it just doesn't work. And I'm just sitting there going, they fired the guy for doing bad Asian accents, but SNL is okay with this.
And he was doing bad Asian accents on the show. I was just like, wow. That's why you hired him. And you put him in multiple scenes. Wow.
Yeah, because they wanted the whole, like, let's forget about the guy who did that podcast and said all those racist things. Because that's what it was. Like, let's be honest. Because even I said it. I was like, why? Wait, is the Asian guy a writer or is he a cast member as well?
Is he both?
I guess he's both.
Okay. I still love when all the articles came out. They were like, "This is our first Asian ever," and they were like, "No, this person's Asian. This person's Asian. He's our first East Asian."
Rob Schneider
yes,
half Asian.
Yeah. And then they were like, "He's our first East Asian." I was like, "Are we really? This is where we're going now, huh? We're reaching. This is the first guy who peed in a bush. We got him. This is the first double star lesbian, gold star lesbian."
Oh, was that
That's
Kate Myra or whatever?
Oh, I don't know. All
right. Rudy Giuliani.
Kate McKinnon. She just does like the fish person to do him, right? It's almost the same thing.
I guess. Like, she sticks out her chin like so much.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, what are you trying to do?
Yep. How's she gonna feel when she represents another female candidate and is probably going to lose, and she's like, she can't pick a winner. Well, Netflix has renewed Stranger Things for a fourth season. Again, Billy won't be back.
R.I.P., buddy.
Because Billy's dead. He was an asshole. He had to go. And
he did not need to go.
And,
he could have been the
You know who
savior.
needed to go? Billy needed to go, and that fucking girl who was like, I don't care if the world's going to die. You have to sing the song now. No. I mean, like, just, bitch, tell me I'm breaking up with you and your Mormon family. So, hurry up.
Why? 'Cause she was from Utah?
No, she was. I think he said she was, like, Mormon or something.
Oh, God. That was so unnecessary.
Yes. I was like, we have time for this is what's going on. You all wrote this and said this sounds good. We need to sing the song Never Ending Story. Okay. Cool. It also signed the show's creator Matt and Ross Duffer to a multi-year film and series overall deal. So they're set. The first thing they're going to release is Stranger Things 3, and maybe we're going to Russia. I don't know.
Wait, what? 3 or 4?
Is it? Oh no, I'm sorry. Season 4. Yes.
Yeah, get it right, dog.
So yes, I was just reading ahead, but not reading well.
So what? Netflix was like, "Hey, we want you to finish Stranger Things with us, but we want to keep you, so we'll give you a deal where you have to make TV shows and movies for us."
Correct. Like I guess
are they that creative that we'll see something that's not similar to Stranger Things?
I don't know because they haven't done anything else, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, what else can you give me that's not going to make me go, this is so like Stranger Things?
But usually what they've signed to is a first look deal. Like they get the first rights if they've come up with an idea and they're like, no, that sounds bad. We're not doing it. I kind of wonder, will they ever go back to those kids in Chicago, or was that just something that they filled in for an episode of season 2 that went nowhere, and then 11 just comes back and with different hair?
Right, because homegirl that was with them had powers too, right?
Yeah, the whole gang had.
Oh, the whole gang had powers? I
Yeah.
thought it was told that on one show.
No, the whole gang had powers, I thought.
I mean, if they want to get away from the whole Stranger Thing moniker, they don't have to revisit those people. Because, like, what's it going to be? Oh, like, a bunch of people that have powers and
But maybe they
homeless?
need to get all those people to help fight whatever is trying to get out of. Just stop opening up a portal. I mean, it's not that. Is it that hard? It's like, we're not going to open the portal. There's bad things that happen.
Where'd they go at the end of season 3? Were they going to Chicago, right?
You mean season 3 or season 2?
No, at the end of season 3, like the last episode.
God, I don't know.
I think they were going to Chicago. Because if they go to Chicago, you know they're bumping into those homeless people.
But why did they decide to go to Chicago?
I think they thought the thing was over. Like everything was done.
So they were just like, I don't have any options here. I'm just going to move out with some random kids that are not even mine and head out to Chicago?
Actually, no.
I thought they were going to St. Louis or something.
She took 11. She took the gay kid from It 2, and I think that's it.
The gay
right?
kid? No, he didn't go. He stayed home. He said
they
come
took
visit
the other
on.
gay kid from Stranger Things.
Yes, the Will, who's actually supposed to be gay in the show, they took him, but that's her kids. Would make sense, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Anyway, Ava DuVernay is working on another DC project. Now we're not talking about not the Eternals, but what is it? New Gods. That I like how she's like, I'm super excited. I'm like, have you read the New Gods? Do you understand I mean, I don't know.
So can you come to the conclusion that this woman has never read comic books, or?
I don't know yet because we haven't seen New Gods, so I don't know. And now she's working on a new comic book series from DC called DMZ. It's a zombie fucking comic book is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, she obviously didn't understand A Wrinkle in Time because it was a piece of shit.
I can't believe they remade that like 3 times.
Did they make it 3 times?
Yeah, because they did it on the ABC. It was an 80s movie, then an ABC time TV series.
Oh wow, okay.
And the 3rd time was a movie.
Yeah, that's a lot. Let's see. Let's see. I thought DMZ is about I don't know. It's talking about politicians.
Why are you making another DC comic book movie when you haven't even finished the first one?
Well, this is a TV series for HBO Max, and she's working on the first pilot, so she may just be a producer. after that. So I don't know. You know what's ending?
What's on there?
Not Rick and Morty, but BoJack Horseman's ending.
I saw that. I was kind of bummed out, but then I found out the little insider fucking info about this. Why?
Why is that?
Well, apparently the animators wanted to unionize.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that for the last year or so.
And Netflix was like, no, and then they finally unionized, and then Netflix was like, you know what? That one TV show you guys are doing, that's gonna get canceled. And BoJack Horseman, we're not renewing you for after this season.
Oh wow!
Because I never expected BoJack Horseman to end anytime soon. I felt like this was a good. Like no one said, "Oh man, this last season of BoJack Horseman sucked."
I couldn't watch.
I haven't heard that yet.
I couldn't get into it. It's his daughter that is just. I don't know. I feel like she just doesn't fit in the mold.
Yeah. So it just.
You just said yeah. You didn't add anything to that. Thanks. You could say you're wrong, or it does work, or
no, because I don't want to spoil it. Well,
don't
you don't care, right?
No, I'm gonna watch it, but I couldn't jump.
I'm not gonna spoil that whole dynamic for you.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, so it gets fucked up, huh?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know. You know, that's kind of fucked up, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, right?
Oh, jeez.
I just hate the people that get upset about the other show that got canceled. I was like, I don't understand why people like this show. Like, this show made no sense to me.
The one that's kind of like characters based upon BoJack with had Tiffany Haddish and one chick, I can't remember her name. Yeah, and then when the funniest is when Big Mouth got renewed for 2 more seasons, and
three.
And people on the internet were just like, "Wait a minute, why'd that get renewed? But this great show that is empowering and everything." I was like, "Empowering? Was it?" Because I didn't read any of that thing. It just felt
that
like
shit was not like it did not appeal to me. Like I saw the trailer and I was like, "This."
Tiffany Haddish yelling at me like every other show she's in.
Is she really yelling? Because in the thing, it just seemed like she was just. It was Tiffany Haddish doing her jokes, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Well, the thing is Tiffany Haddish acts one way, and they keep hiring her to act that way. And I noticed that's the only way she acts is because when I watched the Tracy Morgan show,
OG,
and they had to do a thing about homelessness and be serious. She was like, "I can't do serious." And like, it took you completely out. Like, this is fake. Like, she can't do serious. She just got to do her Tiffany Haddish.
They made a serious show.
There's a part where they're talking about homelessness, and like they all do the "let's get real" moment, and it is just like somebody hit the brakes hard. Like, no, this is. Go and find it. I don't know what episode, maybe season 2 or season 1. But yeah, they could not do serious. It was Well, Joshua, what have you been watching?
Oh God, I've been all over the place. I was
You watched that election show or something?
When I got back, I did watch The Politician. I thought that was a really good show.
It's about what?
I'm excited for season 2. What's it about?
Yeah.
It's basically this kid who's adopted by a rich family and his aspirations to become his school's president.
Okay.
And it just details like the whole year in which he's trying to become president of his school. And it's very gay friendly. It actually does some like very it touches on some like serious subjects. It's dark. The first episode's dark. It really isn't that funny, but then it picks up.
Okay.
And like I said, if you're a fan of Ryan Murphy, you'll love it. But if you want to watch something new, if you don't like the first 2 episodes, then you could drop it. But after the first 2 episodes, you like it, keep going because it's a really good show. I really did enjoy it.
Okay, interesting.
But I watched that and I didn't post about this. Because I don't know why I didn't, but I've been watching the Gemstones, the Glorious Gemstones.
Talk about a lot of penises.
Yeah, that was.
Now I notice when I see it says nudity in there, I was like, I'm gonna see a penis in this show because there's
the first episode, dick.
It's in every episode, I think.
No, not every episode. It was like the first episode, dick, then the third episode, dick, and then
there's a lot of dicks in there. I mean, more than Spartacus, and I felt Spartacus put the.
No, it wasn't more than Spartacus.
There's a lot of. No,
They
but
were swinging
Spartacus,
dick, like, every
but they
episode.
were like set up well. These are very tiny. Let's say very, very small penises that are running around.
Yes,
in
because
this.
like when Walt
You Americans
Goggins'
so
character got
big.
up from the thing, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm like, that has to be a stand-in because no man's gonna be like. Wouldn't it be funny if we find out it's the same penis for every
just
show?
digitized onto every character. It's the same little penis.
Nah, that's a stand-in.
That's
Those are
stand-in
all
penis.
stand-ins.
Stunt dicks.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you
Also,
doing?
I watched the documentary about the gymnastics doctor,
Okay.
and that was kind of just like made me shake my head because I'm like, if you're a woman and you have back pains and the doctor's like, well, I got to put my finger inside your vagina to make you feel better, something is wrong.
They're like, why?
Yeah, and like then you like you see like I don't know if you knew this, but like he had to deal with like 4 days of people like telling like the victims all talking to him, and long story short, like he was like telling the judge like I don't want to do this no more. He wrote her a letter, and the judge was like, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with this. And then the last day, like this lady made him feel bad. She had him crying. And he was like apologizing and saying all this shit. And the judge was like, well, you want to be slick. I'm going to be slick too. And she read out the letter and he was like, I was trying to help these girls and hell have no fury like a woman scorned.
Oh my God.
And everybody in the fucking thing was like gasping. And she was like, yeah, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. 149 years. No parole. And the judge is like saying in the documentary, I had to do it. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, like if a fucking doctor wants to put his fingers inside you to make something go away, odds are he's full of shit.
Unless it's a baby. Yeah. Don't if it's back pain, no. I don't
Real quick, the crazy thing about it was he's like, I invented these techniques. These are certified techniques. And I'm like, I've never heard any female that I know that has bad back problems that says my doctor put finger in me and it made me feel better. I've never heard that. I don't know what.
Well, did
like
it? Because they kept coming back, right?
No, they were being, because the scheme was, and this is how fucking crazy the Olympics are, was the gymnastics squad that was like associated with Team USA.
Yeah.
The person in charge was like, Larry, you're our guy. And Larry's like, yep. And they would just send him to Larry. Like one girl was like, my leg hurts really bad. Go see Larry. She's like, I really, really, really don't want to see Larry. Well, then get the fuck off the team.
Oh my
God. So it was either, if I don't go see Larry,
oh geez,
I gotta get. It was really fucking bad. Like I was just like, Jesus Christ, these poor. Like the Olympics look really bad.
Oh.
Like all that shit is just horrible. You just kind of shake your head.
Well, I mean, there's corruption and everything else, and so yeah.
The worst part is he had videos online where he's like touching the girls.
Oh no!
And like I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Oh no!
Oh no, indeed, Doc. But yes,
Wow.
that's what I was watching, and
wow.
I saw that movie about the Juggalos. That was pretty funny.
There's a movie about juggalos?
It's about like a woman who, it's the lady from Orange is the New Black, the main one.
Yeah.
She is like a asshole, and she treats everybody like shit. She's worried about her career.
Yeah.
And she has to take care of her niece, and her niece is like a weirdo too. And she meets a kid who loves the Juggalos, and she's like, oh, I want to be a Juggalo too. And she's like, no, they're weirdos. Stop. And then she goes to the gathering of the Juggalos and gets lost.
Not the gathering.
And it just made me laugh because they're like, man, like they interview real Juggalos in the movie, and they're like, ah, man, being a Juggalo is family.
Whoop, whoop.
We're all about family. Whoop whoop. Like one dude was like, I weigh 600 pounds, but the Juggalos welcomed me. I'm like, did the Juggalos tell you maybe you should lose weight and not drink fucking
Fago?
Fago movements?
Whoop whoop.
I don't know all that shit. What are you watching, Doc?
Well, I'm into my my October horror 31 films in 31 days. We watched the shit. What is it called?
The shit.
It was
That's
the
a good movie.
It felt like it at certain points. The Banana Splits movie, which is kind of like they took the idea
Ooh, I wanted to watch
Five
that.
Nights at Freddy's. Let's see what else.
They were
was it?
robots, right?
They're robots. Yeah, and the weird part is like like there's a guy who works. He's been working on the robots. He created them, and he doesn't upload. Like he's like, oh, we got a new upload. He uploads to one of them, but somehow they all turn evil, and then they find out they're getting canceled. Because the guy who gets promoted to new executive or something, he's like, fuck this show's stupid, and they're like, it's like a high-rated show. I don't care, that's not my vision. I'm canceling it. And it's like in the middle of a production, which seems kind of weird. But yeah, they catch wind of it, and then it's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because it's like these horrible people that are going to see it, and they're like, I want to be like an Instagram model, and this one girl's dad is like pimping her out, trying to get her a job somewhere, and then you got the two Instagram people that are there, and then you got the asshole
Are there
dad.
gory deaths in it or no?
Kind of. I mean, everything looks really fake on the deaths, like really, like this is fake. Yeah, and just it's not a good movie. I mean,
I don't think it was supposed to be a good movie.
No, I mean, Stacy was laughing the whole time, like just how absurd the death scenes are.
Kind of like Chucky.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting there watching, just like, I want you to die because you're a horrible person. Like the dad who's like a stepdad, but he's just like an asshole stepdad, and you find out how much more he's an asshole stepdad, and then you just really want him to die, and like yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna watch the new Child's Play tonight, or I even got.
Oh.
What?
Please, that piece of shit.
Well, we watch a lot of it because Midsummer's on that list too, and not looking forward to watching that movie because I hate it.
I can't wait for you to watch that and give me the review of that.
I hated Hereditary.
You're live tweeting that movie so I can laugh.
Okay, I guess so. I don't usually live tweet, but yeah, because I am not looking forward to Midsummer.
But when I live tweet shit, you just read it, right?
Well, the weird part is the way Twitter does is like I don't know where in the conversation. Like sometimes I've got to go back, and even when you respond, like, what did he fucking respond to? Yeah, that's just that's a bill. I mean, that's the taxes. Welcome to living in the world of grown-ups. You got to pay taxes. So yeah, we've got a list of movies. We'll probably some on Netflix, Amazon. If there's any at the movies, we'll go to the movies. So yeah, if you want to follow that, you can actually on the Frackin' Nerds Instagram page. I post it every movie I watch and my feelings on it, how shitty it was, or if it's worth. We usually find like 3 or 4 that are like, wow, this is surprisingly good. There's a lot of really bad movies. Speaking of bad movies, I read an article about there's a woman who is starting an award given to people that write either books, stories, or movies where no female has any violent actions towards them. And these are like sci-fi horror movies and stuff like that. They cannot be raped. They cannot be harmed. They cannot be looked at in a dirty way or a side eye.
What?
You've gotta put the pussy on a pedestal. And I was wondering, Joshua,
what?
It was like, Joshua, what do you think about doing an award where you're just like saying men have to die in these movies? We cannot because they were saying that it sexualizes women being tortured and degraded.
So it sexualizes violence against women.
Correct, is what they're saying most of these movies are doing.
The horror movies?
Horror movies, and they say sci-fi because there's always somebody gets hurt and killed, I guess.
What exactly? I don't even know. Are people bored now? Is that what it is?
I think so. I think there's somebody who's just like, you know what? I'm going to create an award. The funny thing is one of the person that posted it on their Facebook does movies where they're being tortured and killed and stuff. And I'm just like, So, what do you say?
So you tell me you want me to make a sci-fi movie where women aren't being... So what's the plot of the movie?
Like, nothing nothing
what's
bad.
What's a sci-fi movie where there's no violence towards anybody?
No. The men are allowed to be raped and killed by monsters, but the women have to be strong and not bad words not said to them. Just,
I mean, so what? Ripley and fucking Aliens is not... Like, I don't understand what they're trying to get
Well, no, because in Aliens, she gets hurt, right?
But I'm saying, like, if she's not, like... what's the equation here? Like, we're gonna watch
Because in the whole thing of a final girl, she has to overcome all the issues to stand up and defeat the bad guy.
I guess, but it's like, okay, my thing is though, what movie do you know of? I mean, Glenn Close and fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, because she's like, she's a strong, independent woman, and nothing happens to her.
Doesn't she die though?
No, she didn't die.
Didn't they blow up that planet that she was working on?
In part 1 or in part 2?
Part 2, wasn't it? Or was it in?
No, because she comes in at the end and tells them, "Hey, you're not a."
No, but I thought didn't they? I thought they blew up that planet, like where because that's where they got the gem from. Remember?
No, she was at the ending of Guardians of the Galaxy 1, right?
No,
Or
yeah, but I'm talking about
in
Endgame and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah.
but we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a sci-fi movie, right?
Yeah, but something bad did happen to her, right?
And not in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
But see, but in that movie, females do get hurt. Like, didn't Gamora get hurt and didn't?
Well, you said name me a movie where a female doesn't get hurt.
But the thing is like every female cannot get hurt in that movie. Like,
what's an old sci-fi movie? I don't fucking know.
Like they're just gonna be like, you're just gonna be the voice of the computer because we're not allowed to hurt you.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, since you brought this up, was there a thing that said this is a movie? That they found a movie?
No, they're just giving an award if somebody can actually come up with it.
I'll be like, listen, Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1.
But the thing is like I'm saying
all women,
yes,
not just some women.
There cannot be a woman at any point in the movie not be raped, cannot be killed, cannot be tortured. And they're talking about sci-fi and horror movies is what they're talking about, which usually you got to have something like that. They have to struggle with something. They can't be like, wow, the weather was hot today. That was my struggle. And then move on, right?
I don't know.
The sun was oppressive. They don't get the award because the sun was being oppressive to them.
Good luck with that. I hope you keep tabs on this and they find one.
I can't wait to see what movie is made where they decide to give that an award to. It's got to be a great one. I bet a lot of men die in that movie. Lots of men. All right. Let's move on to video game news. Since Sony finally is making sense, they decided to, hey, we're losing out on this video game war with Xbox and everything else. So instead of charging $20 for a streaming service that sometimes doesn't work, decided to be competitive, kind of, for $10 a month, even though the Xbox Live and actually the Plus and gaming is still like $15 in it for the whole thing. Way cheaper than because if you're paying for the monthly service and $10 a month to stream games
and download.
And can you download it now?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, you talking about that? Yes.
I was at Matt's house. I saw that you can download certain games.
Okay.
And you can stream. So with the Xbox, it's only download, which
yes.
I guess works.
Why did you? Yeah, you know. I mean, I guess with streaming. It helps if you don't want to fill up your hard drive.
It takes up less space, I guess.
Correct.
But you have to have a good connection, which every time I go to Matt's house, I'm like, you need to have your PlayStation plugged into the modem. That's the only way this is going to work, Matt. I knew. Never does it. So
why is it not plugged?
Yeah,
why would it be plugged in? Like, why would you not play?
He's difficult. So
okay.
I'm trying to play Tekken 7, and it's just like, lag. I'm like, thanks a lot, Matt.
Looks like the best option right now would be the 12 months option, which is only $60. So you're cutting about half of what it would cost.
I'm so happy they did this because I'm going to join it because I joined Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm like, what a great way to say F you to Xbox owners. Like, haha, we lowered the price now. So to pay $60 a year for a streaming service up front, I have no problems doing that.
No, I mean, it's not a bad deal. I mean, you pay $30 for EA Access, and those are usually games you don't really want to play, or play old versions of Madden and FIFA and all that.
I bet you if they give you the current versions, people sign up for it.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. Though Xbox Game Pass will give you some of their first consoles, like Gears of War. But I played
that,
Gears
that
of War
was
for a little
pretty cool,
bit.
though. Gears of War, like I don't have to buy Gears of War 5.
Yeah,
no.
because I wouldn't buy it anyway. I'm like, it's like playing Halo games. Like, this is the same game. This is not fun. This is give me something different.
But you get the story. You gotta play the story.
But I've told you guys,
as the girl.
I don't follow the stories. It's like even worse is the Call of Duty when they're like, remember you killed this guy? He's back. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I don't remember killing him at all. All I remember is
it true that in all the Call of Duties there's always some guy named Soap?
Yes. Or Ghost, isn't it? It's Ghost, I think, not Soap.
No, it's Soap.
Is it Soap?
Somebody was, yeah, because like I remember playing Modern Warfare, and he's like, "What kind of name is Soap?" And my friend was like, "Yeah, there's always a guy named Soap in the game," and I'm like, "Okay."
Sony also is opening up the PS4 for cross-platform multiplayer access to all developers. So now they're saying it's your fault if we don't have cross-platform, not our fault, which has been in the past. So right now, over the last 12 months, games such as Rocket League and PUBG and Dauntless and Palladians and Smite and Realm Royal, which none of those games I play because I just don't care. I did play PUBG, but I don't know. Just
I've decided to start playing. Well, not decided, but I've been playing Dead by Daylight. That's fun.
Well, we could maybe then play one day.
I'm surprised you haven't said anything to me because you've always seen me online playing it.
Oh, are you? Well, I'm playing Borderlands right now.
I play that, and I play We Happy Few because I like that game. I don't know why.
What is We Happy Few?
It's basically like BioShock and Dishonored.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it takes place in like the 1960s of England,
where they're giving them these pills that warp their sense of ideas and what's going on.
Like they really make it. I've never seen a game where there's like you have the option to be stealth or the option to be head on and kill people. This game is like, yeah, you have the option to be to kill people, but it's gonna be really hard. So you might as well be stealth.
Okay.
It's like they can block it when you swing a fucking a shovel at their head.
The new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game will also allow you to be play against PC and PS4. But the running into the issue is, I think it's just randomly connects you up. You can't. They don't have a way to have you somehow connect your friend from the other gaming system yet.
Oh. So that sounds like
the next challenge.
A network problem.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So we'll have to wait and see. Todd McFarlane is going to get a Guinness World Record Award at the New York Comic Con for Spawn number 301. It earned him the longest-running creator-owned superhero comic book series for his creation of Spawn.
Yay! Good for him.
Because other creators have either died or moved on or were fired from their books. And so the last one to have that was the Dave Sim, who did Cerebus. It reached 300, so now with Todd, he's now gone one more. And,
well, that's good to see. That's good. That's good for comic book
and then
lore.
the story that as Spawn is not the original Spawn. It's a new guy, from what I've read.
Was it? Who the fuck was telling you that? It was like Kennedy, right? Or, no, it was Class. It was Class. Sorry.
Come on. Kennedy in a comic book fact? No, sir. Unless his son is somehow putting that image in his mind. No, he's got comic books that he hasn't even read yet. He went and bought and still hasn't read. I don't know what he's doing.
It's because when he was on the road, it was easier for him to read and play video games.
Well, when he's sitting there waiting for a fucking ride share thing, he could sit there and read a little bit. What's he doing?
I think you can't read and drive and wait.
Not while you drive, but you sit. He normally sits in parks and waits for the app to pop up.
I don't think they wait that long, especially when it's a busy time.
I don't think he made money at Louder Than Life. That's what's concerned me. He said he got ripped off by one guy. That's sad.
Oh, I didn't hear that story. He'll tell me. He'll tell me when we go on the pizza little run that he told me about.
When did a pizza run? When's this?
Yeah, we went to like the Crackhead Den pizza place, and he was telling me about like, oh, there's like a bunch of pizza shops that throughout Louisville that we can stop. Like it's an actual pizza run or something like that.
Really?
I was like, he's like, yeah, man, we could totally do that. I was like, Kennedy, I literally don't do anything when I come out here. Let's do it. Like, we literally could have did it the 10 days I was in the
But why didn't he do it?
Because I guess he was busy working and shit. I don't fucking know.
I know. He's busy every time. And when he's not busy, he says he's got that kid. So
yes. Shh. Don't say anything. He'll hear us.
No. Doom, 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 doom. Here it is.
I kind of want to know what the guy looks like that does the voice of Professor X.
Oh, we can find that. All right. Well, that will bring the show to a close. Joshua, what did you learn this week?
I learned that if you dress up like a wrestler, they'll come out and hang out with you for a couple of minutes.
You got like internet cred for a short period of time.
I did, but not for like that. I got McDonald's retweeting me like 3 days later.
I know they retweeted you. Like I got like from Louder Than Life, Gwar like liked that I wrote something about them, but I really put like I was really excited for Ice Cube, but I got to see Gwar too, and they were like, "We like that." I was just like, "It wasn't about you, buddies. It wasn't about you. It was about Ice Cube."
Who was like fucking running their Twitter handle, probably like
they said Gwar.
Search through because that's the only reason why I think McDonald's like even like found that out.
Yeah, because you didn't like hashtag McDonald's and everything.
No,
that's why I always wonder like how people like retweet things, and I'm like, there's no hashtags. It's just your name. Like Kevin Smith, they're like, oh, I finally saw Tusk. This was an incredible movie, and I'm just like instantly going, you're an idiot, and you'll probably enjoy fucking Yoga Hosers because that's a bad fucking movie. Oh, speaking of Kevin Smith, Clerks 3 is now in development. It's been in development hell for 20 years, I think.
It wasn't because it was because him and I think the one that's not supposed to be there today,
Jeff Anderson.
They were beefing.
Oh, yeah. Well, he wasn't happy that they, like, the Weinsteins pretty much screwed him all over, and he was still owed money. And he wasn't, I don't think, happy that Kevin didn't fight for him hard enough.
I mean, what the fuck is he supposed to do? Like, you're an actor. Like,
I know. So
it's like if my friend puts me onto something and I don't make as much money, it's my job to fucking say something, right?
Did you see the article about if you're looking to make money in podcasts, forget about it? It was just like, yeah, that's about right.
Well, you have to have the machine, you know, like you have to have like people backing you and stuff like that.
It's
honestly, like Doc, be honest, like if I was like interviewed or I was on a TV show or something like that, and it was like, hey, you can dress whichever way you want to dress, and you get to plug something. I'm going to wear a Back Row Heckler shirt,
right.
And I'm going to be like, hey, man, did you catch that Frackin' Nerds podcast?
It's because we don't have T-shirts, that's why.
That's why.
keep talking to Stacy about development T-shirts, but nothing has happened.
Because, like, I was wearing my Back Row Hackers podcast, and people are like, oh, man, that's a pretty cool shirt. Like, where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, because I do a podcast, and this is the podcast that I do. I wore this shirt like 9 times every time I come here. Like, I make it known that I wear this. Like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I should check out your podcast." I'm like, "If you want, like."
Well, you got to push it a little bit better than that. Not like, if you want.
No, because
you should be handing cards out. Check us out, the Back Row Hecklers.
Yeah, like if people ask me or inquire, like, "Oh man, like." Or whenever I say, oh, I'm talking, what did I say? It's like, oh, we were talking about something, and I mentioned, yeah, on the podcast that I do. Oh, you do a podcast? I'm like, yeah. So, you know, and I add in, like, I do one about nerd stuff, too. It's called the Frackin' Nerds.
Thank you.
I think somebody was like, oh, is that from Battlestar Galactica?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
I'm like, yeah, I think.
It is.
I know.
Somebody got the reference. It's been forever. Nobody gets there. Just like, is that fracking like the thing with the Earth? No. I'm saying fucking nerds.
So my thing is, like, when you have the machine behind you,
yes,
you can make money off of podcasting.
But like, it's hard, especially like us here in Kentucky. To pull, like, you have to really try to work guests, and most of the people that would be big guests don't give a fuck about a little podcast. It'd be
they don't. But it'd be like got them on there and they promoted it.
Yes,
you just need one influencer,
right? You gotta work it. And they were just saying most shows die after 7 episodes, and I can believe that because you gotta have people dedicated that want that. In essence, it's a hobby. I enjoy talking with my friends about nerd stuff because if I wasn't doing it on the show, I'm doing it on Facebook and I'm doing it in Messenger. It's we've usually had this conversations that I bring up way before we do the show. Because I'm like, what do y'all think about this? And then usually it's a GIF animated thing, and then it dies. But most podcasts don't survive. And, and I'm always happy that even if one person listens to the show, like took time out of their life to listen. And I know a few people that actually do listen to the show and they enjoy when it comes on. And I mean, I'd love to quit my job, but this definitely never going to make that kind of money unless Joshua. I think Joshua has to be our guy that blows up, and then he's just like, I do this podcast, and he's like, we love you, Joshua. We want to listen to your podcast too, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
See,
I mean, I like if I get into a fight on the UFC and I win, I can like plug it, or if I am in a movie of some sort or something, I just I know what to do. I know in my mind, like, I will plug the shit out of these things if given the opportunity.
Exactly.
That's why, like, I always wear, like, anytime I go to, like, a double event where I have to go back-to-back days, I always bring my Back Row Hecklers podcast shirt I can wear it.
I need to get you a fracking nerd shirt. We need to get those.
Yeah, I really wanted that shirt.
Well, that's like when I go to conventions, I would always love to have the shirt on just so somebody would be like, hey, what is that podcast? And be like, it's Fracking Nerds. I do the show. Actually, I let Stacy talk because nobody is a stranger to her. And me, I'm just like, I don't know you, so I don't like talking. I'm introverted. But they put me in front of a microphone and I'm talking like an asshole the whole time. Ah, yes. Well, yeah, Joker's coming out. You gonna go see it?
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna go see Joker. Really don't think I'm gonna go see Birds of Prey.
All right.
Well, okay, I'll go with you.
The girlfriend said you gotta go see it.
Because she really likes Harley Quinn. And I'm just like, this is way too much Harley Quinn.
She really likes that Harley Quinn?
Yeah, she likes that Harley Quinn. Yeah. Because anytime Margot Robbie's on something, she's just like...
She can't even say Mr. J right.
She doesn't have... She's not sure what dialect she wants to do. If you watch Suicide Squad, she does at least 3 different styles of dialect from it. So
I'm trying to think she's trying to talk like a New Yorker.
I don't think she's doing it well. Isn't she Australian or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even when she tries to talk American, it just sounds weird. Because when she was in that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street, I was just like, what the fuck are you trying to say right now? Like, are you trying to sound like you're from New Jersey? Are you trying to sound like you're Italian? Like, what? Like,
yeah, it's never easy. Joshua, you plugged your show pretty well. Continue plugging it. How can they find more about you?
Yeah, well, like I said, if you want to hear me talk about wrestling, you can check me out on the Back Row Hecklers podcast, which I'm probably going to be interviewed extensively on because I went on a wrestling road trip.
Ooh.
And I had some really cool moments. Had a wrestler thrown on me. That was
you
pretty
need
fun.
to take a little camera and create it as a YouTube thing that they can put up.
Yeah, we'll try doing that next time.
Okay.
Anyway, because I did like a vlog for me and Matt the first time we went to PWG. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see it. Didn't go well?
No, it went fine. It was just us being stupid.
Oh, okay. I feel like you need to be the front of the camera. Matt needs to be behind the camera.
No, it was me holding the camera, being in front of the camera.
Oh, okay.
Showing Matt and stuff like that.
Okay.
Anyway, also, if you want to hear me, you want to read me tweet about random shit.
Oh, he does.
Or post pictures about random shit.
Yep.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Green Eyed Bebop.
If you keep following, maybe one day you'll see when he actually watches Black Mirrors. It will happen one of these days. He's gonna watch one episode and he's gonna be hooked and he's gonna be like, "I'm staying with this show. This is a wonderful show."
My friend from Kentucky was telling me how she regretted watching that one episode, the Guardian Angel one.
Oh my god!
She was like, "I hated that. I hated that."
That's
and
horrible.
I was like, "See, nobody told you to watch it."
I don't know. That's the one she picked too. No.
Yeah. Well, because she's a mother and she's concerned.
Yeah, there you go. That's so you definitely a helicoptering mother on that one.
Yeah, whatever. What about you, Doc? Where can people hear you rant about movies and stuff like that?
Well, Doc Martin, Doc_Martin on Twitter, or you can follow Fracking Nerds on Instagram, Facebook. Is that it? Is that how we're on? Twitter also, yeah, but Twitter's just whatever we update on Facebook and. YouTube, we got a YouTube channel. There's not much content on it. If you're interested in seeing some of my early work, go to YouTube, look up Real Freaks, REEL, Haunted Ween. I put up one of the episodes. I did 13 episodes, kind of a creature feature thing, and it was a movie that was made down in Bowling Green, Kentucky, kind of jumping on the success of Halloween because Wes Craven, not Wes Craven, God, never mind. The guy did Halloween, not Wes Craven, but now my
John Carpenter?
John Carpenter, yeah. His dad taught music, and John Carpenter actually taught music, and then he went on to USC to do movies, and it was kind of like an homage. So go to YouTube, look up Real Freaks Haunted Ween, and you can watch that. I may put up more if you guys like it. I've got 13 more episodes of really bad movies and us making fun of it. So check it out.
What do you mean 13? It's like October 2nd.
What are you talking about? I got 13 episodes. Like
Of what?
of Real Freaks. If people want me to upload it, I need to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then also if you want to follow me on my 31 horror movie marathon, each day I try to watch a horror movie. You can follow me on Instagram on the Frackin' Nerds and see which one. Again, we watched the Banana Splits, and I'm not sure what. I'm not sure which one we're going to watch tonight. But I'll be posting my opinions on these movies and how bad they are.
Don't forget, you got a live tweet. Midsummer for Joshua.
Woo.
You have to text me, Joshua. I'm gonna watch Midsummer. Live tweeting it right now.
Right. I may have to do that on a day that I'm off. That then I don't have to worry about anything the next day. Or
you have to do it on the day that we do a podcast on a Wednesday.
So you can talk about it. So like do it on a Tuesday and then.
Well, Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, I work Wednesday and Thursday, so I'll have to do it after I get off work. So,
on a Wednesday or a Tuesday?
Tuesday I'm off. I can do it on Tuesday.
Well, if you do it on the Tuesday before Wednesday that I'm off,
All right.
You start doing it like at 11 o'clock.
So you can.
We're good.
So you can have a discussion about it. The next podcast.
I would literally retweet every tweet you tweet and put my thoughts on it.
Yeah. I hated Hereditary. I feel like this is going to be like going into dental surgery. Don't see anything good out of it. And when I saw
my barber told me Hereditary was really good, I was like, that movie sucked.
No, it's bad. Did you finally see it?
No, I don't want to watch it.
God, yeah.
Like, I honestly, I got into an argument on Twitter with somebody. Well, I was in an argument, a debate. Somebody was like, I retweeted or I tweeted what the phone call was in Midsummer. So I was like, I read the plot on Wikipedia of Midsummer. Right. And they were like, well, if you did that, you should have went to go see it. I was like, no, I had no interest in seeing that movie. and they were like, well, why the fuck did you do that? I was like, because I wanted to see what the phone call was in that trailer because it was bothering me. And he was like, well, you should have just watched the movie. I was like, no, I literally read the premise of that movie, and I thought this was so stupid.
You're like, I'm done. And
the trailer, I saw it 9 times after the phone call bothered me. So I wasn't going to pay $8 or whatever it is to go fucking see the movie once you got the phone call.
No, that's not worth it. How's AEW?
Ed's going good. They have the women's throw match.
Oh, who's up
going
for
on right now?
Who is up for that?
It's Rio and Nyla Rose.
I have no clue who any of those people are. I'm that removed.
Well, I feel they're gonna know who Nyla Rose is because I'm pretty sure she's gonna win.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Nope, go ahead.
And you hear the title. You'll once you see the explanation of why I just said you're gonna hear about Nyla Rose a lot. You'll see why.
Oh, okay. She has certain enhancements.
Nah. You could say something like that.
Okay. Well,
wink, wink.
It'll be interesting to see this photo whenever that comes out. All right. So remember, you can find us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Google Play. Anywhere you can find podcasts, majority of times you can find ours if we figured out and did it right. So for Joshua all the way on the East Coast, this is Doc Martin saying, have a frackin' good week.